What's up, you guys? I am headed to the equipment dealership because I'm gonna buy a bulldozer. I'm just kidding. The wheel, or the tire rather, fell off the forklift on Monday. This is Wednesday, so we've been driving with the solid tires on the gravel, and they were worn down thin from being ancient. Then it just like chopped them all up and eventually delaminated, where a big piece of it just like peeled off. We ordered one from the equipment dealership here in town, and it is here now. They were going to be able to put it on by Friday, and I said, no, I'll pick it up and put it on myself, because I know how to do that. Apparently I'm at the wrong shop. I guess they have two shops, one for forklifts and one for skid steers and lawnmowers. Alright, got the tire. The shop manager there was showing me the press that they use to put the tire on the rim, and it's a pretty big one. There's definitely nothing that large that we have. I was just gonna use a bottle jack. I was hoping that Hunter had a shop press, and I'm not really sure why he doesn't. I don't know. I think if I cool it down a bunch and then grease it a little bit, I think it'd probably do it. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. Also, while I was in there, I had them order a second tire because I realized that you never replace just one tire. I don't know why I felt like that wouldn't apply to a forklift. It's gonna be crooked. It's gonna sit like this. So I don't think it's gonna be dangerous. It's just gonna look stupid. Okay. Here's our brilliant tire solution. That's what it looked like before it fell apart. And this is just from driving the solid tires on the gravel. Okay, so I got it down here to the shop where I can beat on it a little more comfortably. This thing is really heavy. I'm not sure why that surprised me, but it was really heavy. So anyway, I'm gonna start with the Sawzall, cut all this tape off, try and get the rubber off as well, and expose this inner ring here. And then I'm gonna use a grinding disc, or cutting disc rather, to try and cut through that. I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal if I scar the rim, but it's probably not ideal. So we'll see if we can avoid cutting into the actual wheel itself. Directly onto America here, and nothing. Took it like a champ. Okay, so that actually did scare me because I didn't know how much tension was going to be on this thing, and I wasn't sure if it was going to like spring open and smack me, because that would have sucked. You can see I just got it super thin. I was just kind of stroking it towards the end, and it just popped. So there was a little bit of tension on there for sure. On the side that you press it in, it has this little bevel right there to get you started. How cool is that? And then this has a bevel as well. So, and we should be able to get this on there. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to use to press it on. It's probably going to involve the bottle jack. I can't decide if I'm going to use something that I already have and just try and put it under something really heavy, or if I'm going to try and build some sort of jig to do the pressing with like a shop press type stand for the bottle jack to sit in. So we'll see. I'll probably come in early in the morning and figure it out then, but we need the forklift back on Monday, so I have a limited amount of time to work on this. Okay, it is the morning. I am back. I've had coffee. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this thing on the wheel. We decided that we don't have anything heavy enough to use to push against with the bottle jack to get that tire on there. So we have resigned ourselves to welding up some sort of jig. It's going to be kind of like a shop press frame. It's bowing. It's bowing badly. Oh man. It's not strong enough. Amused by this project, so I'm giving it every ounce of that 20-ton jack. I'm bending my beam up here. My welds actually are holding up really well. What is threatening to fail is the beam here, and you can kind of see the paint wrinkling there. It's definitely starting to collapse, and then the bottom beam is bending. I don't know if you can see that. So my fear right now is that I'm going to be cranking on this and something's going to break, and all that pressure is going to shoot shrapnel straight into my brain. I don't feel like that happening tonight. So I have another tire waiting for me at the dealership. I'm going to bring this wheel in and maybe the other wheel and see if they will use their giant press to put it on there, and I will videotape that for you. So I hope this was more entertaining for you than it was for me. Apparently the parking lot flooded over the weekend. We have a big ring where the edges of the puddle was, and our drain is clogged by all kinds of crud. Also kind of smells like sewer. Okay guys, I just picked up the second tire that I ordered last week when I was here, and I was gonna have to go to Tacoma to get this pressed on to a place called Industrial Tire, because they said that their main press here is down, and I called everyone else. Nobody else with a press was willing to put on someone else's tires that I bought from here. Like, nope, won't do it unless you buy the tire here. Kind of understandable, but like, I'm in a bind here. Help me out, guys. They have an old press here. They just told me that might work and take some tinkering, and they're willing to try it. We'll see if this works. Maybe I will have working forklift wheels, and the forklift should probably work if the wheels work by the end of the day. So we'll see. So guys, we did a thing. We were using this press, everything was going well. We got one of the tires on there. And then halfway through the second tire, there was a big bang. This is what a normal rim's supposed to look like. A little bit of an offset here, flush on the other side. This is now what this one looks like. Oh yeah. So we did not get it in all the way, and it busted real good. Most of the wheel is still there, it seems like. I might do something ridiculous like JB weld the cracks or something stupid. I honestly feel a lot better about my attempts to get that tire on now, knowing that the gigantic tire press at the equipment dealership was unable to successfully transfer those. Twice while pressing this wheel, it just like broke through some friction. Parts of the machine that were like laying around went flying off. Basically would press and then skip, and then press really hard and build up pressure and then skip. I'm really impressed that my welds on my little press frame did not explode, because I was putting 40,000 pounds of pressure on that frame. Just cracks around the whole perimeter. So super crushing. I am gonna use that wheel. Like, if it falls apart while I'm driving it, I'm not any further behind than I already am right now. So guys, that's it. I'm done with the forklift shenanigans. It ended up being a lot more entertaining than I thought it was. Also a lot more frustrating for me. Hopefully you didn't experience as much of that as I did. Luckily, I'm off to do some other things now. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and check out the next video, and we will see you when you're watching that video.